All right, here we go, man. Second guest on the first episode of Everybody NFL podcast. My
Yeah, yeah.
man, DBM. What up, player?
Yes. What's going on, man? What's going on? It's our time of year. It's
Yes,
pigskin time of
sir. Yes,
year.
sir.
Can't
Time to talk that
do it.
shit.
All right, all right. Go Giants. Giants, we in here. Everything's official. No bootleg stuff. All right.
I see
Everything.
you. My man's over here rocking the LT throwback, just so you
Yes,
know.
yes,
I got on
yes,
the I
yes.
got on the
God.
Aikman, so they know what era I'm from as well, you know?
Yes, they know the era. They know the era, indeed.
Lovely, lovely, bro. I gotta ask, it's week one, game one. We
Uh-huh.
do this every year.
Every year.
What are your thoughts? Giants versus Cowboys in Dallas, 425 Sunday. Let me hear it.
Well, I mean, first I want to say that I'm not overly excited to be playing y'all week one again. I mean, it's almost like Groundhog Day with this schedule. You know what I mean? I don't know why they keep doing it other than the ratings,
Right.
but I would like this to see somebody else and maybe play you guys when it matters more. But I love the fact that we have a chance to start your season off bad for you guys as Giants fans this year. Not a lot expected from us. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yep.
seeing a lot of 6-win, 5-win predictions. I'm seeing the Cowboys with a lot of 9, 10, 11-win predictions. So I'd love to get you guys sour. But realistically, I think that the Cowboys are a little bit better than us from a standpoint of both sides of the ball, special teams. And, I really feel like the Giants are still kind of feeling themselves out. So I'm expecting close game. I'm
Yep.
expecting Cowboys to win 24-17, 24-14, somewhere in there.
Now, I think I heard it on the radio because I haven't seen it. I haven't looked at the gambling odds, but I think the over-under was set at 45, so they're expecting a high-scoring game. And
Yeah.
then the spread was Cowboys -7. They're expecting the Cowboys to be a touchdown favorite. I don't like
Wow.
that. I don't like that. Now, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I'm not delusional. It's week one for everybody. It's the first
Right.
real competition for every NFL team.
Yep.
The quarterbacks are live. It's the first time you really get to hit against an opponent that's not a teammate. I look
Right.
at it being one of those like back and forth close games, a lot of punts, a lot of mistakes,
Yes.
maybe a big play to break one. Obviously, I'm picking the Cowboys to win, but I think it's going to be by a field goal, maybe 2 field goals. I don't see us blowing out the Giants. I don't see us winning by more than a touchdown. And I don't see either one of these offenses putting up 20-something plus points. I think it's a low-scoring game, something like a 17-13 or something.
Listen, I would like that, but I feel like without Zeke playing, this is a huge opportunity to
For sure.
steal one.
For
Giants
sure.
Nation, we gotta steal one, buddy. Like if we can get a W here, whoo.
Bro, the thing about Zeke is today it is what? Tuesday, right? This game is
Right.
Sunday. Even if Zeke signs, he's not going to be in the game. And even if he did jump in the game, he's not going to be effective. So the Giants fans, the Giants team is going into this game looking at Tony Pollard and Alfred Morris.
Yes.
And obviously, y'all not worried about Dak throwing the ball. You know, it's like, all right, we shut down a rookie running back and a washed running back, and then we'll see. That's why I'm not rolling in. I mean, I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm thinking we're gonna win the game, but I'm not rolling in saying we're gonna beat them by a touchdown or more. We're gonna put up 25, 30 points on them. There's some things on the table here that give y'all a shot. It's week one,
I
like I
agree.
said.
It's week one. And honestly, Alfred Morris has a great track record against the Giants. If you look at him versus the Giants versus the rest of the league,
Yeah, yeah,
he always has a field day with us. I don't know why. I think it's
yeah.
just because they're a decisive runner. So we'll see what happens, man.
You know, with you guys' team, the defense I think has a lot of question marks. The offense has a lot of question marks, but you got guys like Ogletree on that defense. You got
Yes.
a veteran like Eli on that defense. In week one, you need veterans that have been there before. In week one, you need guys that aren't going to panic because it's, the bright lights of the first week, everybody
Absolutely.
watching. You need those guys that are just like, yo, this is just another game. This is just the start of another season. So I look to see how our young guys play. We got a lot of young guys on
You
defense.
do, man.
Granted, we got a Jason Witten. He came back, so he should be able to keep the
Right.
offense chill. Guys like
Yep.
Tank should be able to hold down the D line. But I look at it, there's going to be a lot of hype and excitement. And when there's a lot of hype and excitement, mistakes get made. and it's week one
Yes.
for everybody, like I said. So I'm looking for a close one, man. Outside of week one, second question for you is, what are you thinking
Okay.
about the Giants' overall season? 16 games, NFC East, Saquon's second year, your head coach second year. What are you thinking about the Giants' season overall? What do you think they're going to do out here?
Well, I think that this is the least pressure that we've had from the fan base's perspective in a long time because the question marks are so massive.
Mm-hmm.
You have, a contingent of Giants fans that want to see Danny Jones. You have a contingent of Giants fans that are really, really thinking, Saquon's going to break the rushing record this year. We've got improvements, on paper, really in all aspects of the game, but they're also part of the question marks too, how the new line members play together and all those things. Now, to answer your question, assuming that we stay healthy, right? If we were to stay healthy, I look at our team maybe on the positive end as a 7-win team, and on the sobering reality end, closer to a 5-win team. I say that because the division looks strong. Eagles, Cowboys look very strong, like playoff contenders. The Redskins look comparable to us, but still better. If you look at the Redskins versus the Giants, they look like a safer bet. I would have them closer to 7 wins than us if I had to put my money on it. So I think we're probably going to take a little bit of a butt whooping in the division, and then the rest of the schedule, if you look at it for the Giants, doesn't really play well matchup wise. So if we won 7 games, Keith, I'd be really, really happy. But we better compete for all of them, or potentially everybody's job could be in question this offseason. You know?
I mean, I live around nothing but Giants fans. I talk to Giants fans, and I tell people all the time, yo, Saquon might win y'all 2 games on his own back. Saquon might rip off some runs or make some ridiculous plays to win a game for you at least twice this year. So I think 5 to 7 wins is realistic.
So do I.
And it's the New York Giants, right? So people got to come to MetLife Stadium. People got to come to MetLife Stadium and win. Last year when the Bears rolled into town, right? The Bears had Chase Daniel. Giants stole that game. People were thinking, oh, the Bears should still roll them. No, you got to come to rainy Meadowlands and win that game.
Right.
So
absolutely.
5
So
to
there's a lot
7
of pride.
wins is what I'm gonna say on the Giants.
And I'm hoping maybe, like, let's say we're holding 7 wins, Keith, and that wild card spot is looking like an 8-win type of thing, a 9-win type of thing. So we'll see what happens. Giants fans tend to be a little bit we tend to drink the Kool-Aid. Like if we come out here, if we beat you guys week 1, you'll be hearing Super Bowl talk.
Oh yeah, and I love it, man. I love it, man, because it's week 1. So I've started off seasons 0-1. I started off season 1-0. And they say the biggest jump that teams make is between week 1 and week 2. But the overreaction, the hype train, it hits an all-time high after that first win.
New York, baby. New York, baby. The hype train. Listen, it originates right here, baby.
Of course. All right,
yes,
man.
Sir.
The next one I got for you is just give me a thought, a prediction, something that you think will happen in the league, whether it's with a player or a team or the officials or whatever. Just give me a prediction for the 100th NFL season, something that you think is going to happen this year that we'll come back to on this podcast and say, yeah, maybe Dane was right with that.
Well, for my Giants, I'll give you 2. One for the Giants, one for the league. For the Giants, I think they're going to surprise people, and they're going to have a top 10 defense. I still think it's going to equate to 5 to 7 wins because of the offense and special teams, but I think that they're going to have a top 10 defense, and they're going to surprise people with some of the young talent, especially on our defensive line and with our defensive backs. We had a really good draft for defensive backs. We got Sam Bill, who we got from the supplemental draft last year. So there's some young guys there that I think are going to surprise people. For the league, if I had to say my biggest surprise prediction for the league is I think that the New England Patriots are not going to be as good as people think they are this year. I think they look more like a 10-win team. I know that everyone kind of caps them off at 12 is like kind of their measuring point, but I think they're going to be a 10-win team. They're going to have a little bit more competition in their division than people think. And I think that Tommy shows a little bit of age, finally, at age 57.
I would love this to be the year that they fall off and we see some age out of Tom Brady to go, and it's like, well, it's finally happened in year 100.
Still a playoff team, though. I still see them going, but I don't see them necessarily having home field advantage and all that good stuff.
All right, and here's the last one, bonus, man. Out of
Mm-hmm.
100 years in the NFL, you've been watching some 30-some seasons. Give me one moment or one thing that you'll forever remember, or something that happened that made you more of a fan from the past, from the history of watching the NFL.
I'm such a homer, and you're gonna roast me so much. But when we beat the undefeated Patriots team, man, I listen,
That was big.
I that I go to that place emotionally when I'm asking myself, are miracles possible? That I'm like, oh yeah, that Giants. we beat Tommy. We beat Tommy, and they never lost that season until they came to the house.
Yeah.
So for me, that's always like a monumental moment. That's the reason I root for underdogs now, like religiously, and that's the reason why you always have hope as a fan. Even when Eli's got crutches, I'm still like, hey, we can still win this thing, man.
Yeah, anything is possible, and they don't even talk about that season because of that one loss.
Yes.
Awesome, man. All right, well, let the people know where they can find you. DBM, tell them where they can check you out
Yeah,
online.
check on the Instagram at Dane the Beautiful Monster. Check me out on Twitter at DBM Lives. Die hard Giants fan, die hard hip hop fan, die hard Yankee fan, die hard fan of good people. I appreciate you having me on, Keith. I look forward to coming back on here and hopefully talking Super Bowl after we're 1-0, baby. 1-0.
My man. Good luck, bro. Super solid. Thanks for coming on.
Yes.